What's going on, everybody? So, decided to switch the style up a little bit for this episode. This episode, this video is gonna be a lot more casual, a little more relaxed. I got my notes, I got my cup of coffee. So grab one with me and let's talk some hoops, man. I just spilled coffee all over my notes, man. I'm kind of upset. So I'm trying to not be too overreactive to the NBA season. It's a long 82 game season. Stuff is going to happen. So I'm trying to stay away from these bold predictions or these observations that, you just accept as the truth, like it's going to be this way the entire season. But one thing I do know for sure is that this season just feels weird, whether it's, mostly it's the teams that are supposed to be tanking that are actually doing well, and the teams that were supposed to be doing well look terrible. Whether it's the Kyrie situation, the Ime Udoka situation. First off, those tanking teams that are actually doing well, so the Spurs, the Jazz, the Thunder even are actually winning a few games. I don't expect them to keep up this level of success for the entire season, but it is good to see that those teams that we all thought would be tanking aren't just openly selling all the games for Wembanyama, even though I do think they'll end up at the bottom of the standings eventually. On the other side of the spectrum, the disappointing teams, particularly the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nets, and even the Warriors. So I'm not worried about the Warriors right now. The Warriors will be fine. They'll get their stuff together. It's just, they understand the long-term goal. They just won a championship, so give them a break. The other teams, however, have some more issues that we need to deal with. So the Lakers, they're trying out with Russ at the sixth man, which is a good look. I think Darvin Ham is a good coach who's getting some much-needed buy-in into the system that he feels they need to be successful. I think they'll make the playoffs. I don't know how far they'll get. But the Brooklyn Nets, and I'll talk more about them a little bit later. The Nets, they have some structural problems that I'm not sure if a new coach and just getting rid of Steve Nash is going to fix. They need to do some soul searching, plain and simple. And then what I want to talk about right now is the Clippers and particularly Kawhi. No one is talking about this Kawhi situation. Like, he's universally accepted in most NBA communities as a top 10 player in the league. He can't he can't stay on the floor. He's dealing with this knee soreness. I've noticed he put on a lot of weight, a lot of good weight. Like he looks strong, he looks fit and buff, but that extra weight can't be good on those knees. And the thing that concerns me the most is before the season started, Paul George was like, Kawhi is the number one, I'm the number two. That's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. I think they got to flip that around. Like, Kawhi has never really been a regular season guy. You need him for the finals or the playoff run. Paul George, he can deliver in the regular season. And for him to openly accept that he's a number two, I don't know if that's the best thing for the team right now. Like, and number two is more than just, like, being the number one option is more than just taking the most shots. It's a mentality thing, knowing that you're the leader of this team. You're going to be initiating the offense. You're like a culture and vibe setter for your entire team for everyone else to follow. And I don't think Kawhi can be that guy for the regular season, and that's part of the reason why the Clippers are struggling right now. One thing that's been really weird so far this season, and there's just insane scoring numbers, like individual scoring numbers. We have 9 players right now averaging over 30 points per game, led by Luka Doncic, who's averaging like 35 points a game. He hasn't failed to score at least 30 in the first 7 games. No one has done that since, of course, Wilt Chamberlain. He probably did that for all 82 games. But 9 players averaging 30 plus, so like Luka leads the way, but also guys like Giannis, Mitchell, SGA, I don't know what to attribute it to. I think you can all take it back to like this heliocentric offense that a lot of the teams in the NBA are running today. So the era of the big three seems to be kind of dying down, where now you need a superstar talent and some complementary pieces, some of those being all-star, fringe all-stars, so on and so forth. But you see teams that have, these heliocentric players like Ja Morant, like Donovan Mitchell without Garland on the court, like Luka and Giannis and stuff like that. It's very easy, and it's not like they're putting up these crazy efficiency stats. They're, shooting pretty normal efficiency. All of these guys are getting 22, 23 plus shots per game. That's a lot of shots. You compare that to a team like the Knicks, for example, who don't even have a single player averaging 20 points per game. It's because Brunson, Randall, and R.J. Barrett, they're all pretty similar skill levels, so none of them are getting more than 16 shots a game. Or even a team like the Sixers, who have Joel Embiid, who was the leading scorer last year, but now they realize, we need to get Tyrese Maxey the ball. James Harden, if we want him to be Houston Harden again, he's gonna have to get 18 shots a game. So that's why you're starting to see a lot of these insane scoring numbers. I kind of hope that they can maintain those numbers, because Luka averaging 35, 7 and 7, he would be the first player in NBA history to do that, and he's clearly the leader for the MVP right now. So I want to talk a little bit more about the Nets. I know I was alluding to them earlier, but as I said, they just need to do some soul searching. I think a lot of the problems that the Nets have aren't because of Steve Nash. I know fans, and it's not just the Nets, it's all across the league. Whenever something goes wrong, they like to blame the coach, because it's the most disposable part of a franchise, frankly. You can't, as much as KD wanted to be traded, you saw how Nets management was like, that's not going to happen. We'd rather give up the coach, Steve Nash. But the Nets' successes, they've all just been rooted in these hypotheticals. If Kyrie is available and on his best behavior, if KD is healthy, if Ben Simmons is over his demons, and if he can find a flow in the offense, I need to see it. I haven't seen it yet. They are one of the worst rebounding teams. They're one of the worst defenses in the league. They can't guard anyone. I just don't know if a new coach, maybe if they end up finalizing this deal with Udoka, he can get them committed on the defensive end. But it's gonna be a process, man. It's not just something that you can implement a new coach. You can start to set that culture, but they need the players individually need to do some soul searching and figure out how to make most of this roster, because I don't know how many more chances they're going to get. I think after this season, especially if it ends in another disappointment, that KD trade request is coming right around again and spinning the block. Given all the young talent and assets they gave away to get Harden and then eventually Simmons, that would be a huge, huge disappointment in Brooklyn. On a more positive note, to close out this video, I wanted to talk about the rookie class. This rookie class has exceeded my expectations, mostly just the top of the rookie class, because when you look at guys like Paolo Banchero, it's been incredible. Leading Rookie of the Year candidate for sure, averaging 20-plus a game, maybe 8 rebounds, a few assists. He just looks extremely ready. I love the freedom that he gets to play with. He initiates the offense. He does a little bit of everything, things that you couldn't see when he was confined to that collegiate system. He definitely has more free reins to do his game. Ben Mathurin has been remarkable more than anything. Like, he's averaging 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. The Pacers are, they're the Pacers. They're probably not gonna make the playoffs. But more than anything, I love Mathurin's mentality when he's just going at people. When he's before he's even drafted, he's calling out LeBron, talking about he's going to have to show me he's the best player in the league, or whatever the quote was. He just, as NBA Twitter says, he got that dog in him. And he's my favorite rookie so far this year. The Pistons have some great, I like to call them culture-setting pieces. Jaden Ivey is incredible at finishing around the basket, finishing around 70+% on his drives. Jalen Duren, he's the youngest player in the entire NBA, but he looks like he's ready to take Isaiah Stewart's starting center spot any minute now. I've been wanting that since day one, but time will tell. I'm still kind of waiting on Jabari Smith to have his welcome to the league moment. He had 21 and 10 against the Kings or someone. But yeah, his numbers won't blow you away right now. He's gonna have to find his flow with the Rockets, and he's gonna get there. We just really haven't seen it yet. Another thing about Banchero, I'm actually thinking about making another video about this, but the fact that he's so good at initiating the offense and passing, that's what gives the Magic the reins to play like this tall ball style of basketball where they have Banchero. I might struggle with this. So Banchero, Wagner, Bol, Wendell Carter, and do they play Mo Bamba? They can. So what I'm saying is they can play those five, and all of those guys are 6'8". I don't know how tall Wagner is, but all those guys are 6'8", 6'10", and taller. It's ridiculous. They have that ability to do that because they can all space the floor, and Banchero is such a good play initiator, and he has help with Wagner and others that I don't know how successful it'll be, but the fact that they can put that lineup out there and actually have a positive impact, the league might just copycat that. We had the small ball era. What if we had a tall ball era? It's possible. It's totally possible. So that's all I got for y'all today, man. Let me know if you like this new style. Let me know any other content y'all want to see. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you comment on the video, I will reply to you. I promise. Even if it's mean, I promise I'll get back to you. Anyway, thanks for tapping in. Have a good one.